morning, everyone. This is American One News Broadcast, and I am your host, Fernanda Romero. Today, June 4th, 1932, brings a turmoil to the Capitol as 20,000 veterans of the Great War have encamped, asking for the bonus that was promised to them. For more on this story, we go to Eileen in Washington, D.C., where we'll be hearing more about the Expeditionary Forces.
Good morning, Fernanda. Today, the Bonus Army of the Great War Veterans assembles here in Washington, D.C. Some who come from as far as California gathered here, and they don't plan on leaving until they get what they came for. These veterans call themselves Bonus Expeditionary Forces and have been arriving since May. They're demanding early payment of a bonus Congress had promised them for their service in the Great War. As of right now, there are about 20,000 tired, hungry, and frustrated men. They are living in cardboard boxes. A lot of them are suffering from hunger and growing tired. And they are angry that they are now stealing from each other just to get food. The weather is very hot, making their living conditions harder. The first person we're going to interview today is Army Chief Douglas MacArthur. Good morning, Chief MacArthur. Glad you're here.
Good morning, Eileen. Glad I could be here.
Who do you think started this march?
I believe that it was started by the Communist Party to undermine the U.S. government.
But sir, your own General Staff Intelligence Division reported that 3 of 26 leaders of the Bonus March are communists. Several commanders reported that most of the men...
I don't have time for this. I have to go.
Wait, what do you think should be done about the situation?
It's plain and simple. They should be evicted no matter what the force is.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your time and opinions.
Aid us, don't invade us.
Pay the bonus or suffer the protest.
Yeah, we're going... It'll never work.
Are you just gonna give up that easily?
It's hopeless. Just like the banks, they'll refuse to pay what's rightfully ours.
But what else do we have? I brought my wife, my kid, here for financial support, but I can't even get it. I lost my job. I have nothing.
After the war,
Excuse me, sir. Did you happen to have fought in the Great War?
Why, yes, I...
Perfect. Do you mind being interviewed for American One News?
Not at all, but...
Can I get your name?
Nick Carraway.
Perfect. We will go live in a minute. Oh.
All right, well, war vet, it was nice talking to you.
As to you, well, I guess I'm going back to protesting. Pay the bonus or suffer the protest.
4, 3, 2.
Though we have heard the input of Army Chief MacArthur, we're here at American One News. I believe that there's two sides to each story, and it is our job to uncover the truth. So we, today, scour the streets for answers. With me, I have Nick Carraway, the Great War veteran, and one of many, gathered in protest. Say, what brings you here today?
Well, I'm here to receive my early reparations for my war service. I'm married to Jordan Baker, and she's pregnant. There's no way I'm going to be able to financially support my family. I have no job.
Well, sir, don't take this the wrong way, but have you attempted to find another job?
Yes, there aren't many jobs available. Trust me, asking for my bonus is the last resort. The whole situation is just unfair.
Well, thank you, Nick. This is all the time we have. Back to you, Fernanda.
Wow, that was quite a remarkable set of interviews. This event will definitely be remembered. Seeing our veterans who have fought for our nation to uphold our constitutional rights, unemployed and desolate, and our government not helping is really just another step back for our country, considering the stock market crash and everything else that's going on. But now, let's see what other news Emily has for us today.
Hello, Emily here on Broadway to tell you all about the new film, Blonde Venus, directed by Joseph Sternberg. The film will be released later this year in September. Now here's the trailer.
Marlene Dietrich stars in a stylish melodrama, Blonde Venus.
Baltimore car, next car, 118.
The sultry-eyed blonde plays a cabaret singer whose rising star comes crashing down after she is forced to run from a jealous husband who wants custody of their son.
Voyez-vous même ça ne m'énerverait pas. Moi je trouve tout très très bien.
This is a dream, Helen. I hope I never wake up.
You'll never forget Cary Grant and Marlene Dietrich in Blonde Venus.
Wow, this movie seems like it'll be your money's worth. Make sure you get around to watching it in your local theater. Speaking of which, the musical, Face the Music, will be doing its final showings before its closing date, July 9th. We can't give too much away, but here's a sneak peek at one of the most popular songs in the musical. Let's have another cup of coffee.
Just around the corner, there's a rainbow in the sky. So let's have another cup of coffee, and let's have another piece of pie. Trouble's like a bubble, and the clouds will soon roll by. So let's have another cup of coffee, and let's have another piece of pie.
Man, that sounds pretty good. I can't wait to watch the musical myself. Well, that's all I have for you today. We return back to you, Fernanda.
Thank you, Emily. I know I will be watching Blonde Venus. Now, to focus our attention to a person who I like to consider a very important figure in the accomplishment in women's history. I'd like to welcome Amelia Earhart, the very first woman to fly across the Atlantic.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for allowing me to interview you. Now, earlier this year in May, you became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic from Canada to Ireland. Would you tell us a little about how that was like?
Yes, of course. Well, I was nervous as the next person could be, but I was so determined and excited to fulfill one of my wildest dreams that I forgot I was nervous. There was a couple difficult situations I encountered, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
Well, what kind of difficulties did you encounter?
Fatigue, a leaky fuel tank, and a cracked manifold that caught fire.
Wow, as if flying across an ocean wasn't impressive enough, you had also to face this. Congratulations. One more question though. What do you have to say to the people who doubted you?
There's always someone who's going to doubt you, but I always like to say the most effective way to do it is to do it.
Well, once again, thank you for your time, Amelia. And thank you, viewers at home, for staying tuned in. Until next time, this is Fernanda Romero, American One News Broadcast.